So I would like to first give a very big welcome to all of you. Good afternoon for those located in APAC, and good morning to those in Europe and America. So this is actually the third webinar hosted by Travel Daily, tailored to the people who are interested in our recovered China travel market. So first of all, I would like to have some seconds to let you know about Travel Daily. Okay, Travel Daily is China's leading online publisher and event organizer for focusing on distribution, marketing, and technology development in the travel and tourism industry. And China Travel News is our brand. Well, so today we have more than 150 registrations, and most of them are from hotels, OTAs, and travel tech. In our previous webinar, we shared insights on WeChat, the whole WeChat ecosystems, and the live streaming trends in China. But this time, we are going to go back our industry and talking about hotel distribution. Today, we are very pleased to invite Loretta Chen, Vice President of Hotel Solutions Connectivity, DerbySoft, to our webinar. Loretta leads a team dedicated to providing technical solutions for hotel PMS connectivities. And previously, Loretta worked for Starwood, Hops One, IHG, and the HRM. Hi, Loretta. Could you please say hi to everyone?
Hi, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity from Travel Daily to connect all of us from different parts of the world. And good morning, good afternoon, and good evening for everyone that's online.
Okay, so the time is almost 4 o'clock in Beijing time and also 8 p.m. sharp. So shall we start now, Loretta?
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, hello, everyone. Thank you for the intro from ECHO. So just now we have posted the PowerPoint, which is about technology innovations that drive hotel distribution, this recovery. Today's sharing from us is actually, it might be more specific on the recovery trend from China, but it actually can apply to different parts of the world because we do see some similarities among all. And let me share with all of you what are the topics for today that we would like to share. Is about what are the dynamic market, what has been impacted, and throughout the customer journey from discovery to planning to trips, what has been changed. And of course, for the distribution landscape itself, there is tremendous changes in China that we see, that we would like to share with all of you with our best practice that in the market, and also what might be relevant for the recovery plan for the areas that you are in. And of course, last but not least, we do see quite a lot of technology innovations that has been impact and also drive on the recovery in China that we will be sharing as well. In regards to the first topic is about the dynamic market in between the pandemic. I guess there's one word that we always talk about is change is constant. So we're in a very dynamic changes situation that including how our customers travel, book, how they stay, and even who are the group of customers that are still traveling, and what kind of activities or even habits changes throughout this. So we are highlighting there are two hotspots actually within DerbySoft that we see the hot market. One is in China, and actually there's another one which is in US. So today our focus will be more on China because our recovery is still in the process, but in a more uptrend at the moment. So for the domestic market that we see right now is similar to everywhere in the world, only domestic travel. So domestic partners are getting more and more important. And what has changed as well is in the past, I guess in China, self-drive is not actually very popular. And with the dynamic changes right now, self-drive rental, the daily active users actually increased to 50% based on trip.com, especially during our Golden Week holidays, that is in between October 1st to the 8th. And the trips actually during the holidays also have changed, and it's around 3 to 5 days trip. And there's a very interesting changes. It's about travel destinations, and I believe it is across the globe. It is same. People is more prefer to travel to somewhere that is with nature, mountains. In China, in the past, they are more like activities, shoppings, destination, but now actually they were heading to more natural ecosystem kind of travel, and then it is shifting to the west side of China as well too. And in the past, there are a lot of tour travel. Now the group travel has changed, and this can be applied to any part of the world, especially for Asia, because smaller size of group and private tour has a great increase during the pandemic recovery. And there are more niche market kind of like tours for group travel, like wine tour, culinary travel, which was not actually a trend in the past. Now the niche market is becoming a more of a trend, especially for the younger generations, the 90s and the millennial. And then travel activities is becoming more and more popular. First, like what I mentioned, more outdoor attractions, and then even water sports and anywhere close to mountain for skiing, diving. So for the destination changes, I guess every one of us, when the country or within country states to states is start to open, I think we have seen similar trend for US. Most of the people are traveling within local destination, very short drive. They might be staying like based on our data, we've seen shorter length of stay with around 1.3 days compared to the past. But there are more bookings for China actually to cover the shorter length of stay. And the destination on the right side, you will see the ranking of destination for 2019 from trip.com. And for 2020, there's a shift towards to the left. And what kind of changes is this? Just now I mentioned there are attractions. For example, the top destinations is Sanya, which is an island. There are less people, and then you will have a lot of mountains and then water sports activities. So that became the number one hotspot. And then the rest of it is more like mountain attractions, cultural experiences. And the travel demand has actually continuously increased for the 90s and the millenniums. In the past, it's around like 56%. But right now, we are seeing, especially for the Golden Week holidays, which is in China from October 1st to 8th, and it's around 60% of the 90s and millenniums with that are singles in particular that are traveling. And there's one very interesting trending that we see through the holidays, national holidays, Golden Week holiday statistic. The China customers, they are not only price sensitive, but they become more product sensitive during the pandemic. So in the past, there might be more mid-range hotels booking, But this year, there are more actually goes into the 4 to 5 stars hotels during the national holiday. But at the same time, based on our company statistics, we also see a huge drop of ADR in among the China market as well. So that's why there's a shift from maybe economy hotel to mid-range to 4 to 5 stars hotels. Okay, so what about the customer journey? What might impact in the future how we plan to reach out to our customers, especially the dynamic has changed because we don't have international guests. We don't have a lot of corporate travels anymore. The dynamic has changed to be more leisure and local market. So what are the changes that we see throughout the customer journey from the discovery to planning book and doing the trip and post-trip? For the engaging part, it has changed quite dynamic, which is for the customers actually going through digital. And the first touch point, it changed from OTA actually to short video streaming companies. And the influence actually is from the KOL and even the KOL hotels that actually become a drive from that point instead of from the OTA directly. And it was through inspirations and it become more destination driven. So this is a different change within China. Of course, for planning, actually, just now we have mentioned about some of the data that we within our company, and we also see even the shorter booking lead time. Right now, the top trend is like within 0 to 2 days kind of trend. And what makes the difference about it, I think it is similar to any part of the globe. The government policy and safety and requirement has been keep on changing. So instead of going through like cancellations and all the hassle, actually people spoke shorter and plan in a shorter period of time. And when they book, what the customer care more from what we see is about how's the hotels, the product itself, is it clean, and one of the key criteria is being flexible on payment and also cancellation rule. And for in-trip, definitely the contactless technology, safety, and the service provide the top criteria that the customers is looking after. So we are seeing like more contactless technology implemented in China, including like every hotel's check-in actually in every different state will have a different QR health code to show our health status. And also there are more kiosks and also actually there are some of the hotels using prepayment so that it becomes like less time that you spend with the front desk or the customer service associates. And then for the post-trip itself, it is getting very dynamic that short videos actually will be shared, streaming will be shared during the stay and also post-stay. So why we touch on the customer journey slide is actually the digital environment in China has been very dynamic, especially during the pandemic. There was one of the statistics that we got is there were more than 10 million live streaming e-commerce shows, and there are around 309 million live streaming e-commerce on a daily basis. And 1/3 of the total internet users in the country, which is according to the China Internet Network Information Center's data. So what has been impacting on the hotel distribution or travel distribution? For the uptrend itself, you will see on the digital dynamic in China is very fragmented. And actually, China has their own ecosystem, which is very different from the other part of the world. Some of it is similar, but some is different. So today I'm more focusing on some of the um, social media or digital distribution channels that are being on the uptrend to share with all of you. One of it is the WeChat mini program, which is an in-app of WeChat. So WeChat itself is applications for a lot of customers to do voice and messaging and then sharing, and also like video sharing as well too. But couple years back, they have already started developing the mini program, which is app within the app. And then Red is actually a social media that they start with and that have a great influence of the 90s and the millenniums on especially sharing on cosmetics, fashions. And then TikTok is the video streaming, which is pretty much most of the customers in Asia and also in China that they share videos. So just now we talk about digital live streams. So what is the digital live stream is like in China? During the pandemic, even like the OTA online travel agency, one of Trip.com's CEO actually has been running over 25 live streaming. And it had a record high. One of the days that they sold 8,000 hotel rooms within a single minute. So in the live stream, because it is for basically a survival period when everyone is on a pause, and how do we sell more products in order to drive a revenue stream for survival? So through the digital live stream, it is more correlated to live streaming on certain attractions and also adventures within a certain place, with the CEO being a key opinion leader on the show. And then to sell not just hotels, and also even food and beverage products, and also like destinations, tickets, tours, even like merchandise. And for the pre-sales of the live stream, including domestic and international hotels, and it is every time it is very focused on a destination. And it has been a great success that within the 25 live stream, actually, the record was around US 294 million that was made. And for the pre-sale program, actually, when a customer purchased the pre-sale product, they will actually have to redeem it. So it's like pretty much you buy a coupon. So it's similar to a Groupon model that I think a lot of the people in US or Asia that has actually buy before. And this is the pre-sale that we mentioned in the China market. Sorry, the slide was a bit stuck just now. So with the digital distributions, for the uptrend, this is a sharing of what is WeChat mini program and what is Red and TikTok. So what kind of influence during the customer journey and what would that be best for? So on the right side, you see the daily active users of each of the digital distribution partners. But on the right side, you will see what are the majority of influence during the customer journey. So for the WeChat mini program, is pretty much influencing on plan and book. It actually support hotels to have a direct distribution channel because it is integrations with the hotel's central reservation system or a two-way interface into the PMS system to deliver real-time and dynamic rates to a new direct distribution channel. And through the WeChat Mini program, this is one of the hardest applications that hotels are promoting when we just restart the China travel market. Because it enables hotels to actually to sell not just room product. Now it is going into non-room product sale, which is like we mentioned earlier, F&B, even like gym membership or a business center office. And the beauty of it is you can integrate with your membership program and also your own booking engine as well too. So for Red, just now we shared earlier, they have a high travel decision influence based on one of the big data sharing within China. They have like around 63.7% influence on purchase. And a lot of time is it influence on people via social sharing on pictures, videos, and which has a high inspiration for discover and book. And currently, this company has already integrated with hotel booking functions and also like tour bookings functions. For hotel side, they are also connected with affiliate with Ctrip. So when you hit the book button, actually it might be going into Ctrip, or Meituan is another OTAs in China. For TikTok, I think a lot of you is aware it's a video streaming company. Again, it is also for discovery and book, and the influence for decision making, travel decision making is around 56%. And it is best for inspiration and wow marketing. For conversion wise, so far for hotel companies, the conversion based on one of the TikTok teams that share, it is more conversions for their, for example, like boutique hotels or guest house, but it has less impact for hotels. It is not so much about TikTok's customer segment doesn't fit for conversion. What I understand from them is a lot of time hotel companies is not using the user generate contents, and actually they were posting their own PR videos, which doesn't attract to the clients that are on social sharing, because they don't have any signatures or any type of unique experience that's shared. So if any of the hotels or travel company planning to do distributions through one of the digital media, you have to be mindful on one thing is content is the key of it, and have a unique demonstrating unique experiences, demonstrating unique services, or even like food and beverage actually, or even the attractions surrounding. If your hotel is photogenic hotels, then it will be the best, because like swimming pools, guest room, and all that. So this is just a bit of sharing about the uptrend of digital distribution for China. Now, this is one of the samples that our company has supporting different hotel companies to provide actually real-time rates and dynamic inventories to be available for WeChat Mini program. So earlier we mentioned it is an app within an app, and it supports on actually e-commerce, which is not just on guest room, but also enables product sales, which is F&B coupons and other non-room products to be direct sales as well too. And there are multiple success for international companies that has been actually on the WeChat Mini app program. And on top of the mini app, actually in China, OTA or even like e-commerce landscape, including Alipay, which is the payment company in China, which is the biggest payment company, digital payment company. And also, for example, like e-commerce like Jingdong, the JD.com, the membership matching program of like actually exchanging membership, matching the levels and also benefits and discount is actually getting more actually popular. And this becomes an uptrend in particular during the pandemic. There are several hotel companies actually launched their flagship store with Ctrip. What is it different from the OTA model as actually is a membership matching. So if I'm a silver member, I may be matching with the Ctrip membership. And then what benefits the customer is actually they will earn points and then they actually will have F&B discount, hotel membership rates, and also like upgrade as well too. And in addition to that, like the e-commerce landscape, like Alipay, JD.com, they also implemented that through their actually membership program to directly connect it with actually different hotel companies at the moment to exchange membership. For the hotel side, what is it good is actually they will be acquiring more actually customer data through the partnership with like Ctrip and also Alipay. And right now, the next that is coming on board besides Ctrip, Alipay, and Figgy has been doing that for a long time. The next one actually in the market will be JD membership as well. So for hotel companies, this is a new dynamic for distribution. But for independent hotels, for our what are the possibility to work with them? Now, currently, actually, the Alipay members and also for the Jingdong members, they do connect directly with two-way interface with hotel PMS system or through their CRS system. And it is also available for independent hotels. So it doesn't mean that this digital uptrend for member matching is only for big international company. And during all this, just now is about what has been changed, what are the channels, how customers is being engaged and actually book and plan. And at the same time, we see a new normal, and that has been also be shared by Trip.com and also other OTAs in China, that there are certain, these are the three criteria that become more of a new norm, not just during the pandemic, but also future. One of the key topics is about total distribution. What is total distribution? I think in the past, hotels was very segmented, very silos on data. So what they have been distribution all the while is just guest room mainly, or maybe packages. But with the survival mode, actually, it actually pushed everyone to think more on how to drive a new revenue stream. So it opened up into distribution, which is including, like earlier we mentioned, gym membership, business center, F&B pre-sale, and even like food delivery for hotel restaurants. And one of the hotel chain like Shangri-La has made a big success before the hotels open in China. Actually, their food and beverage delivery service, actually, the revenue has like grown tremendously, and it won't stop even after the pandemic, because this become an additional revenue stream, and also that help hotels to increase on the overall revenue. And also hotel merchandise that in the gift shops now, actually can be distributed online too. But at the same time, what has been changed for the online travel agency? On the right screen, actually you'll see a screenshot. Actually, one of the online travel agents in China have put an additional channel for each of the hotel, which is called shopping mall. So it is a hotel shopping mall. So they can put actually products which are non-room products as a direct sale. So this is one of the total distributions changes. And then pre-sale has been very tremendously successful so far because it value for money. And the purchase, what is the pre-sale is mainly purchase of travel packages or bookings that needs to be in advance to redeem for a later date. So far, what China has seen is the pre-sale of travel products or even like hotel rooms, the redemption rate is around 50%. So with just now we mentioned about US 294 million that had actually made through the live streams model, it will become a norm because any distressed inventory can be put as a pre-sale model. And the last one is, okay, it pushes hotel now and even the online travel agency to actually to think more how to get business or to understand the customer demands. So it is very interesting. One of the biggest OTA in China actually look back into their data and to find opportunities. So through the data, what has found is that actually the midnight hotel sales demand was actually very high in China. It is based on their customer search. So there is around 300,000 midnight hotel search, and it was left there, not being converted. In China, we have the Hotel Tonight program, but midnight is pretty much for the millennium that went out and then they will check in after the entertainments. So the stay time actually for the midnight hotel sales is between midnight to 7 a.m. Some of them extended to maybe 8 a.m., but definitely before the check-in time. So it is a very, very last minute kind of distress inventory. This product just launched not long ago, and it was tremendously successful, especially during the national holiday period, especially their high booking trend, which is for hotels that are near entertainments or even like train station or subway station. So this is about the product distribution changes that we see from China. So with all these changes, why hotel distribution technology become more important? Besides on all the dynamic changes that happens for bookings, distributions, on products. So there are major changes when the hotels open. When the hotels reopen, normally we see less staffs in China, and there are new operation SOPs from reservations process to hotel check-in, stay, and then post-stay. And the rate changes is very dynamic because we mentioned earlier the length of stay that we see is like very short. And with this dynamic changes, the rate changes will become even more dynamic compared to the normal days. And hotels needs to diversify products and channel distributions because your customer has changed. It's no longer international customers, it's domestic. And corporate and MICE customers may not come back so soon. So this is what you will face when the hotels are reopening. And one of the major challenges that we have see for the hotels in China, all the hotel systems, like hotels property management system, their distribution management system, revenue management systems, sales and catering system, they are all sitting silos. The data doesn't talk to each other. And this doesn't help when you are reopening because you have less staff, you have new operation SOPs that you have to follow, and which is like more tedious. And the pricing decisions to offer to the market is more complex. Um, the and then the dynamics is much shorter. So what are the new capabilities that actually support? And hotels needs to have a system that can support dynamic time to update and also provide decisions for them to make pricing updates and also decision. And then the partnership capability with, for example, your distribution partners, it has to be support and have the capability to work with local partners, the emerging kind of distribution channel, like the digital distribution channel that we mentioned. And also the process itself has to be automated. I remember one of the hotels that has told me, so all the bookings now they're having is domestic, and the booking lead time is same day. And basically, when they have like all the bookings comes in within the same day, they were not able to cope with it anymore. So automations on distribution process and also for operation has been significantly important, and it helped to reduce the average cost per reservations based on labor. And with the digital distributions emerging, content has become more important. And in the past, a lot of time, what we see hotels that when they participate different distribution partners, they used to use Excel worksheets, packing all the images into file to transmit to new partners. It doesn't work the same way anymore. It needs real time and also dynamic hotel informations to be shared, especially with the pandemic. Customer would like to know how's the safety implementation, how's the hotels is performing. So the hotel distribution tech actually become more important actually to support the hotels, to drive for the recovery, to provide the customer experience with lesser staff that they are coping with. And in particular, when we are sharing about why technology is getting more important, there's a few points that we would like to highlight based on the summary of all the changes happens. Hotels need to find partners actually that are very focused on the core value and actually are willing to take risks and to share the risk with the hotel during this pandemic situation. So first, they have to be very focused on helping hotels to connect with the emerging market and with the capability to support the changes that we mentioned, including like content, dynamic rate updates that actually to be in sync with their OTA partners or distribution partner or direct distribution. And hotels have a control not just on pricing, but also like when they want to distribute to different channels, they do have a control of it. And they can work with direct marketing, for example, like meta search, etc. But they can have a control on their pricing, on bidding as well too. And most important of all, the partners needs to be actually technical being scalable and also has been very stable. So to support on high success on response time on ARI information. So this is what we are sharing for today. And we can.
Yes. Thanks, Lorita. So I already sent some of the questions to your colleagues. So I think that you can see the questions and to choose some to answer.
Okay, just give us a second.
And to all participants, if you have any question or you want to interact with us, you can also raise your question in our chat box.
Based on the, okay, one of the question is about how to measure the travel decision influence. Actually, this one is based on one of the statistics from one of the big data company in China. The travel decision influence is the number of views convert to actually bookings. This is what they meant by that. So there's another questions that is about, let's say if a Southeast Asia hotel would like to try TikTok or even live streaming, do you have any suggestions to them? I think we earlier has shared that for TikTok, right now actually they were having a higher conversions based on what TikTok has shared. It's for boutique hotels and what we call KOL guest house, which is like that means the key opinion leaders that has been very popular, and those attract more views and conversion. But it has to be a UGC, like user generated content, instead of like PR videos. And there's another questions which is about well, how about technology innovations empower the recovery of hotel distribution in China today? But as we know, there are differences across different markets. So to what extent are these lessons advisable and actionable for overseas market like US, Europe, or Southeast Asia? What advice will you give hotels in content, connect, and automation? I think earlier we have shared a slide. It is China numbers, but actually we also see similar pattern. For example, right now, besides China, the other hot market that is having the travel trend, which is similar, is US. We are seeing actually similar pattern. For example, like shorter length of stay, shorter booking lead time, and then the number of bookings actually have increased. So for accelerations, I believe, again, we have to look at each different hotels themselves. What are the soft spot right now? Like what we have shared, take into your data, so look at your customer purist demand that you might not have been actually entertained or actually addressed, such as the maybe a hotel tonight program, not just like day rooms, but look at this even more specific of the demand, and then to provide solutions. And it doesn't need to be just in China. I think this is all the revenue managers and distribution sales should be looking at. Okay, there was a question about Red. Red is pretty much like it is very much like an Instagram, but they also have a booking capability on it. So they have e-commerce integrate into Red, and their clientele is more for the 90s and millennials, and majority of them are females. Okay, so the other one is about what are some of the biggest changes in distributions that we see? It is majority of it is local distributors getting more important, and automations, business intelligence, that you have to look at the data to make decisions. And also like it is more of a focus on the core values to find right professional partners to work with you so that you can like keep the time to market on expanding on distribution partners, and also like launching different like distribution products in a very timely manner, because everything is changing so fast. So you got to work with partners on that.
Hi, Echo.
Hi, Echo. I think the questions that we have so far, I think we answered most of it.